setting your phones on the table, go ahead.
You guys got water right
It's fine.
I'll put it down here.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not much. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's
Ready? Yeah.
All right, guys, we're Auston Trusty. We'll start with the general thoughts on the game tonight and quick questions.
Yeah, this game, it was crucial for us, our mindset, and also just the team itself. Obviously, having a couple of losses, and especially the loss in the Cup, it's been a weird week in general. But it's great to end the week on a high, and it's great to end the week with a W. Yeah, it was really a test of our mindset, test of us, like, our abilities, you know. It's been a hard week this entire week, past couple of days. It's been really difficult with travel and just the game. But for us to come together and us to first game we did today with urgency and just like aggressiveness, it's just, I'm so happy for the team, so happy for everybody involved, so it's a great feeling.
Auston, we've seen, even going back to decision day last year, this team, LAFC, score a bunch of goals on you guys, and other than maybe a few chances from set pieces, you held Bella in check, you held them in check from a run of play. How did you do that?
Just playing our game, really. I mean, I say every time, every press conference I have, it's our mindset. If we come out and do our thing, if we come out and do our job with our mindset, I don't think anybody in this league can beat us, genuinely. It's just, we're the only people in our way. We're the only people standing in our way. If we come out of the game with our mindset and do our thing, literally no one can stop us. It's just, if we come out slow, we come out and do this, make mistakes, we start to dwindle down and things start to happen. But if we come out with aggressiveness and do our thing, I don't think anyone can stop us.
Auston, considering, what the last 48 hours have been, the delayed flight Thursday night, the tight practice Friday after arriving into town, just how proud of you, of the group are you for considering the result you guys showed, and to go out on that front foot in the opening 15-20 minutes?
Yeah, today was a huge test of just our mindset, individual mindset, with the team. I think it's the spark we needed, and there was a lot of adversity the past couple of days, just with the game being changed the next day, and us not knowing whatever's going to happen. They're going to push this game back, then our flight gets delayed like 3 times, and we leave the next day. We practice as soon as we land, and then we have no time to rest. It's a huge, basically, our mindset had to be so strong. We all had excuses, but everybody could say anything about the past and just dwell on that and just focus on that. But we decided to focus as a team that this is what we're here today and we had to do our job. And that's what we did. We came on fire and came under everything. And yes, guys are tired, but we didn't let it be an excuse. So it's really just, it feels so good to see that the team, we still have our mindset.
I was going to say, it looked like you guys didn't show heavy legs at all, considering, 8 guys played Thursday. What was it about that mindset, really, that kept you up game?
I think we all definitely had heavy legs, just whether we showed it or not. But really, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just mindset. If you're coming in the game, coming into practice, and especially today, you're saying, I'm so tired, then it's gonna not be good. But we honestly, we all looked at each other, we all said to ourselves before the game, there's gonna be no excuses. We're all tired, we all know we're tired, but everything's in your mind. So if you go out there and tell yourself, I'm good to play, I'm gonna press hard, I'm gonna hit somebody, then this was for me. So we didn't really let it be an excuse for us, which we could have, but we didn't.
Auston, I think you mentioned, did you guys practice yesterday, and
yeah.
How much of that, how hard did you guys go? How much of this preparation was kind of video, or how much of it was physical?
We landed off the flight and went straight to training ground, changed our boots, went on the field, had a normal day before the game practice, sorry. And really the same thing, just kind of, we didn't want to change our mindset because it's like, we're tired, we just want to do the same thing we do for every single game and just approach it like that. So we had a normal training yesterday and got home at 3 o'clock and then rested. We had less than 24 hours to play, so that was just what we did.
Auston, Danny back in the lineup today. What did you miss from him during the time that he's been out with a hamstring, and how big was he today?
Danny's big. Danny's a key player for us, as has been the past 2 years. We have such good chemistry, all of us in the back line, especially me, Danny, and Lalas. We have such good chemistry back there where it just feels so natural. We got so good at playing what we do and at playing with each other and just knowing what each other are looking at and what's going to happen in certain situations. But yeah, I definitely miss playing with Danny, but guys, for us, like I said before, guys step up at any occasion. Gus, Drew, anybody keying in sometimes playing center back. We just adapt and we do our thing, but I'm not going to have Danny back.
To that point, Jack coming back on today, what did you see just from him as soon as he stepped on the field in terms of he's the captain, encouraging words from him, maybe like in these last, 10, 15 minutes of the game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Jack has fresh legs, so that was a good sign that he's going to be running back and forth, doing his thing. But also, yeah, he has a presence when he comes on the field, whether talking and just kind of being a leader for the team. You know that he's a guy who's going to work hard for the team, work hard for anybody, and do a little extra than he has to do. So yeah, it's definitely a good sign to see him back in the field.
Last one, then.
This is the 5th clean sheet of the year for you guys. Will had another strong day, but just how proud are you of the work that you guys put in as a whole from the back line to that?
I mean, it's not just the back line; it starts from the front. The 3 guys up front, and especially in midfield, they're setting it up, they're doing the job, and we're just kind of backing them up in a sense. But I don't think it's just the back line. It's honestly the entire team be approaching it, and I know that's how Robin approached it too. It's really the entire team who has everything to do with the defense. So yeah, it feels good to see everybody locked in and doing their thing and knowing their roles, play a certain way with who we want to mark, who we want to have time on the ball, and it's just good to see all the chemistry and just the fight for everybody to get in their spots. So it's good.
Thanks, Austin. Sorry, man of the match is about to do an appearance, so.
Who's man of the match?
He was man of the match.
Oh, okay.
And I apologize, I don't know if Jazzy will be possible, because he's doing a Q&A event thing right now as well,
Okay.
so I'm gonna try and grab him after that, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and grab Danny now, or Robin.
Okay.
I haven't seen it, so maybe.
implying that we're your enemies, Rob?
No, these are my colleagues. Put it that way. Sorry, not allies, colleagues. Sorry about that.
Okay. No offense taken.
I appreciate the mask. I'm double vaxxed and boosted. And
Big pause.
Yeah.
We're following league protocols. It's allowing us to see you in person.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, next slide. Joins Coach Fraser. We'll start with general thoughts on the game today. If you have questions.
I'm so fucking proud of this team because we have been dealt the worst, not the worst, but the amount of adversity we've had to deal with this week. Extremely challenging circumstances, and on the heels of what we've done, I mean, we were playing 48 hours ago. That's unprecedented. And I assume that the assumption would be that we come in here and sit back, retire, we're going to wait and see how the game goes. But I said to the team that I love being tested. I love being tested because then you really see the character of the group. And it's a character of the group that I've talked about for almost 3 years now. Difficult week, very hot day, and we were on the front foot from the beginning of the game. So really proud of the effort that they put in. The guys started, the guys who came off the bench, it was relentless. And coming off the week that we coming off, I could not be more proud of it.
Robin, in a chaotic last 48 hours, was there any moment in the last couple days, whether it was training or maybe sometime with the delayed flights, any individual moment where you kind of saw the group and saw, yeah, we can absolutely get a result, even with the training yesterday?
You know when that moment was? About 2.5 years ago. So I've talked about the character of this group forever, and we know we're in a tough situation, and we didn't shy away from it. We didn't make excuses. I said we're not going to make excuses. This is what it is. We don't agree with how we've gotten to be here, but it is what it is. And we're wasting zero time with excuses. Just come out and play hard. And we know, we talked about the game plan and things that we wanted to do, and the fact that we had to run and we had to fight and we had to sprint. And considering that we were playing 48 hours ago, I can't be more proud of the group.
Robin, 2 penalty calls in the opening 30 minutes. We'll not talk about maybe how this is maybe a reflection of past calls that the team hasn't gotten. But your thoughts on the team's ability to put themselves in a position to earn those from LAFC, and then the execution from Diassi and then Diego on the legally taken penalty.
Again, the resiliency of the group, how we put ourselves in that position is we were very much on the front foot. We were looking for opportunities to get behind. We're looking for opportunities to try to get in behind, try to get to the goal. And as a result of that determination, we found ourselves in great spots in the box. And obviously, I would say we were lucky to get the calls, but the calls are the calls. They're fouls. And as a result, we end up with the 2 penalty kicks. So happy to see Diassi get on the scoreboard for us. That's phenomenal. His work rate for us is incredible. And him leading the charge in our press is very instrumental in how we did it. And then Diego, obviously the first one saved, keep it moved, and then there could not have been a more emphatic finish to the second one. And again, I just look at the group overall, and you have older guys who are leading with the right mentality, you have younger guys who came and just played hard, and overall, I'm just elated.
Robin, Austin made it sound like you guys had a pretty typical training yesterday in terms of day before the match. Was there any thought to say, hey, let's really lighten the load on these guys and take it easier, or did you feel like you just really needed to be on the field to do some stuff yesterday?
I felt like for their mindset, they needed to do what we do to get ready for games. And yesterday was miserable. We got up really, really early, came here, showed them video preview of the opponent, as we always do, did our set pieces preview, as we always do, through video, and went out and trained and actually even walked through a couple of things defensively, tactically, And then, I don't know about the guys, I went home and fell asleep in the afternoon for about 2 hours, and it was just a reflection of how exhausting this last 3 days has been. Imagine going to Minnesota on Tuesday and you expect to be back at 1 a.m. Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and not only do we then have to play almost 90 minutes in the heat on Thursday, we're ready to go Thursday night, and now we end up waking up really early Friday, day before a game, going through all of that, and then coming here. As I said, we could have shortened the day, curtailed a few things, but one of the things that the staff has been phenomenal about is that we have our set routine for most of the days, and we come back here and it's noon and we're dead tired, and to come and watch a video and watch 2 videos, go out and train, do what you need to do, and so we have a good collective understanding of what it is we need to do. Go home, get your rest, see you guys in less than 24 hours, and then we go again. I know I'm harping on this a lot, but this is unprecedented for me. And to have to play on Thursday, have to play Thursday afternoon, and have to play on Saturday afternoon, again, is unprecedented for me, especially given the circumstances. It's one thing if it's set up that way, which probably would never happen, but to think that you're going home and then you're not, to think that you're going to finish a game and then you're not, and it just keeps dragging on and dragging on. Emotionally, it's a drain. It's a real drain. And as I said, I went home in the afternoon yesterday, couldn't keep my eyes open. So I can only imagine how they felt, because they had played. And they had to do that and then come back and play again today. So it's one of those things where, at the end of last year, we win the West, and everyone's talking about Colorado Rapids, and our season hasn't started result-wise great. We've had some pretty good performances, but we've missed out on opportunities to get results. So then we become an afterthought in the league. And at the end of the day, I'm with this group, and I trust them and their character. And we will go down fighting. If we're going to go down, we're going to go down fighting, and that's the thing I've always loved about this team. Sydney. Ladies first.
Not only did this extend the home unbeaten streak to 22 games, but this was also LAFC's first shutout of the season. What do you kind of take from that, just with this kind of being the team's fortress, and kind of the environment and everything that goes into that, and also just with an opponent like LAFC being at the top of the West right now?
It's interesting, when I first spoke to Pork about this job, I think in our very first conversation we talked about the altitude, and it's an advantage, and how do we use it, and I think everyone here agrees that it's an advantage, and we have to learn how to use it. And when I look at the game today and the way the game went, it was hot. It was definitely hot. It was at 6,000 feet, or 5,280. And we have become quite good at using this to our advantage. The way we play, the way we make the other team play, the team has really been able to utilize not only the altitude, fantastic crowd today, a really, really good crowd, and we could feel every time something exciting starts to happen, the crowd is behind us, it gives us more energy, and as I said, over time, this team has really learned how to use all the factors, all the different things that can influence games here, and they've done a really, really good job of that. Our guys have. So to again be faced with the challenge like we are today, LAFC, number 1 in the West, obviously a very, very good team with excellent players, but it really doesn't matter who we play, in that we have a belief here. We have a belief that we are very, very good at home, and that sort of belief can propel you. It can propel you at times beyond even your play, but the belief that if you do the things that we do here, that we give ourselves a really, really good chance. And I look at today, and that is absolutely, that's the underlying factor of the great effort, fantastic movements, fantastic plays to create dangerous opportunities. But it all stems from the belief in the environment, the belief in themselves within this environment.
Robin, Danny with his first start since the hamstring injury, Jack with his first appearance, your thought on their performance and how they've dealt with coming back and contributing today?
Danny's really instrumental to us. He's the way we play, his passing ability hurts teams, really does. And I was just saying to someone, it's not just the ability to make the passes that he does; it's the ability to make the right decision and then deliver the pass. And when he's on the field, it's a little bit of a different dimension for us. I told him the other day I thought I was a good passer. He's way better than me. And it's a real threat and a real weapon for us. So it was really good to have him back. I thought defensively he was very solid. Offensively he made great choices. Almost scored 2 goals off set pieces, the header and the volley. And I thought it was immediate comfort level just based on what we've done over probably for a year now. There was a comfort level within the group as soon as he stepped in. And then it was great to see Jack again. It's hard to say he's the heart and soul. The heart and soul of the team is the team, but Jack is huge for us. His calm, his decision making, his ability to pass, set piece ability. Brian Acosta was phenomenal on set pieces tonight too, by the way. But it was great to have Jack back. It's just as we were making the subs and going through it, we look at the guys that we're bringing off the bench and what they could contribute to us. It was exciting. When we look at the starting group, it's exciting. We have a number of good players, and one of the things that has been the hallmark of this team, certainly for the last year, is our ability to use a number of players, and the level doesn't drop. We saw it again today where as we made changes, we get fresh legs in, guys are so responsible in terms of their responsibilities within the game, set pieces, things like that. And it just again speaks to the team mindset that I love and that I enjoy, and I'm so happy to be a part of it.
How much of this result do you think can be a springboard, if you will, for another busy stretch coming up this week with 2 more games?
That's such a loaded question, because if we sit around and think we're going to play well Wednesday because we played well today, then we're going to get shellacked. The fact of the matter is we need to recognize not just how we play, but how we approach a game. If we continue to approach a game like this, then it definitely can be a springboard for us. And it's the belief, the resiliency, it's physically finding the energy. It's great the guys get a little bit of time, a little bit of downtime for a couple of days, and Monday it's right back to work. And the mentality Wednesday is that we have to come out with the same sort of energy, same sort of positive mindset, and we have to work. We have to work. At the end of the day, none of that matters if we don't just come out and do the work. And today I thought we did the work really well.
So obviously we've got great strikers and Diego and Jossie now, but I just watching Johnny play today, being a playmaker, creating so many chances and breakaways and setting shots up. What can you just say about him in terms of like the growth that you've seen this season, and coming off the bench to starting to creating all of these chances for us in the attack?
Yeah, really, really good performance by Johnny today, and it's one of those things that I can almost tell in his first touch that he's feeling it on the day. And the challenge for Johnny now is to be that way every day. And a lot of it is how we use him, how we play to him, the sorts of positions we put him in. We can put him in some positions that are uncomfortable, and then that'll affect how effective he can be. But then we put him in positions where he's really comfortable, and he does what he does. He gains confidence as he goes along. I thought today was one of the more confident performances I've seen by Johnny. And when he's like that, he's a handful. He's really, really hard to deal with. Really good pace, very good finisher. Today I thought his control was really good. His control was tight. not like defenders are able to get balls off him. I just thought as soon as he got going, he's in the right mindset today, and he was in many instances unplayable. And that's the thing that is the growth factor for Johnny, to continue to have that sort of positive impact, have that sort of positive mindset, and that leads to really, really strong performances like today.
Right there.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Robin.
Nice to see everyone. Where did you give me the good question?
What's that?
Where did you give me the good question that allowed me to? San Jose. San Jose. Nice. Remember? Yeah.
You had a good question?
Good question.
You must have had a great question. I
That
don't know.
allowed me to talk about the referee
Fire the
without,
team, fire the
without
team.
me actually saying about the referee.
Right.
How the guys feel.
Nice.
And I was able to go off in the most innocent of ways. Thank you.
Innocent. Very nice.
See you guys.
Okay. He's saying Michael Davey or Justin, so I don't know. You're telling me he has that universal? He's so much with a good result.
You got a 2 square week from that.
What's that?
You got a 2 square week from that.
Oh, when did you do it the first time? Oh, like
Wednesday.
15.
Yeah, 2 awards though, so that's technically 3.
3, yeah.
So I have another thing. We're gonna make a compilation show. We're just gonna make a big thing at the end of the season. By the time we leave here, oh my goodness.
It's gonna be 8 minutes in, or is this right?
Definitely using that ticket thing. Sorry.
When is it?
It's probably now. Right now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, who else would need one besides me and Amelia?
Sometimes
There's
sales
always
like,
like ticket
ticket
sales.
sales.
People.
Yeah, you guys. What do you want to do?
Is yours okay?
I'm just really hurting myself today. I'm so sorry.
This one.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Every single time.
You okay?
I'm great, yes.
Okay, this one.
On the controllers today are not in their office.
Wait, who are you looking for? Oh.
Like every time I look outside, they're playing the footies. Or they're,
Oh, yeah.
I went on a walk yesterday and they were just like eating, like eating, sitting outside, like.
I mean, you know, when it's a
That's
nice day.
fine. That's like lunchtime, but I'm still just like.
Well, they told you, I told you that one time I was doing that, you were funny, and you could hear it. It was like eating cheese.
Right.
You see it, you could hear it.
Right.
Alright, but also, what just came out of you?
I don't know. Excitement of the game. If it wins, no. Did we get any contact? Did we do anything like?
Yeah, that's how
I know that Mike was supposed to like shout him or whatever.
Sorry, guys, I'm wrap there. But hopefully there'll be first of many goals and win the next one.
Robin gave us plenty to work with from a goal standpoint.
And I think my article might just be, I'm so fucking proud of this team.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. It just felt like 8 inches.
Yeah, no, I know.
We gotta go back upstairs to the file.
All things
Good for you.
today. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, Zach.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Owen.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Yeah. You too.
Well done.